Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. In the month of November, stand-up comedian Kunal Kamra was slapped with contempt of court for his tweets on Supreme Court Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. Justice Chandrachud at that point of time had upheld the bail application of Republic TV founder and editor Arnab Goswami and had said that it is the responsibility of the court to protect the personal liberty of the individuals. Kamra had made a series of tweets and jokes against Supreme Court which formed the basis of contempt of court action against him. The petitioners who filed the complaint against Kamra said that his tweets allegedly attempted to lower the authority of the Supreme Court of India through his tweets after the apex court had granted interim bail to Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami. The Supreme Court had issued notice to Kunal Kamra seeking his reply, and today he submitted his response to the court. Let us discuss what he has to say, but before that, if you are watching this video on YouTube, then please make sure you subscribe to our channel and you comment below the video. And if you are watching this video on Facebook, then please do like our page, follow us, and also comment below the video and share it to as much people as possible. Moving on to the topic. Responding to the contempt of court action against him, Kunal Kamra said that some people who did not find his tweets funny have approached the court. He further stated that his tweets were not published with the intention of insulting the court, but to draw its attention to and prompt an engagement with issues that he believes are relevant to the Indian democracy. Kunal Kamra also said that public faith in the judiciary cannot be shaken by any criticism or commentary, but only by the court's own actions and accord. Let's talk about some of the points that he made in his reply. Kamra in his affidavit says, "My tweets were not published with the intention of diminishing the faith of the people in the highest court of our democracy. It is funny though how little faith the petitioner appears to have in the people of this country. The suggestion that my tweets could shake the foundations of the most powerful court in the world is an overestimation of my abilities. Just as the Supreme Court values the faith the public places in it and seeks to protect it by the exercise of its criminal contempt jurisdiction, it should also trust the public not to form its opinion of the court on the basis of a few jokes on Twitter. The public's faith in the judiciary is founded on the institution's own actions and not on any criticism or commentary about it. To believe any institution of power in a democracy is beyond criticism is like saying migrants need to find their way back home during an ill-planned nationwide lockdown. It is irrational and undemocratic. Judges of our constitutional courts are amongst the most powerful people in our country. They have extraordinary powers over the fundamental rights and lives of citizens of this country, and their office and tenure are constitutionally protected to shield them from political interference. However, I believe that constitutional offices, including judicial office, know no protection from jokes. I do not believe that any high authority, including judges, would find themselves unable to discharge their duties only on account of being the subject of satire or comedy. Irreverence and hyperbole are essential tools for the comedic enterprise. A comic raises questions on issues of public interest in their own unique way. The language and style I resort to are not with the intention to insult, but to draw attention to and prompt an engagement with issues that I believe are relevant to our democracy and which have also been raised in the public domain by more serious and learned commentators." He further says, "Comedy does not permit an artist the luxury of articulating the basis of jokes through long, nuanced essays and measured prose. Brevity may not be a familiar concept for the legal community, but it continues to be the soul of comedy and Twitter with its 280 character limit. I would be happy to take advice on comedy from the petitioners, but that requires that they have a sense of humor first." In his next point, he says, "I believe that there is a growing culture of intolerance in this country where taking offense is seen as a fundamental right and has been elevated to the status of much-loved national indoor sport. We are witnessing an assault on freedom of speech and expression, with comedians like Munawar Farooqi being jailed for jokes that they have not even made and school students being interrogated for sedition. At such a time, I hope that this court will demonstrate that the freedom of speech and expression is a cardinal constitutional value and recognize that the possibility of being offended is a necessary incident to the exercise of this right. Should powerful people and institutions continue to show an inability to tolerate rebuke or criticism, we would be reduced to a country of incarcerated artists and flourishing lapdogs. If this court believes I have crossed a line and wants to shut down my internet indefinitely, then I too will write Happy Independence Day postcards every 15th of August, just like my Kashmiri friends. Now, the top court's bench, comprising of Justices Ashok Bhushan, R. Subhash Reddy, and M. R. Shah, had issued a notice to Kamra on December 18th on the petition seeking criminal contempt action against him for his tweets against the judiciary. Kamra had posted a picture of the Supreme Court dressed in saffron color with the flag of the ruling party, that is the BJP. He also published several controversial remarks against the Supreme Court, such as honor has left the building, that is the Supreme Court building, long back, and the Supreme Court of the country is the most supreme joke of the country. These were the tweets that he made. The Attorney General for India had found these tweets to be highly objectionable, and he stated that it is time that people understand that attacking the Supreme Court of India unjustifiably and brazenly will attract punishment under the Contempt of Court Act 1972. Kunal Kamra reacted to Attorney General's consent by saying that he has no intention to retract or apologize for his tweets. He said, "My view has not changed because the silence of the Supreme Court of India on matters of others' personal liberty cannot go uncriticized." He further said, and I quote, "I don't intend to retract my tweets or apologize for them. I believe they speak for themselves." Unquote. Now, this is what he said in a statement that he posted on Twitter and addressed to the judges and the Attorney General. He, at that point of time, had also added that silence of the Supreme Court on matters of others' personal liberty cannot go uncriticized. As of now, the Supreme Court on Friday adjourned the criminal contempt case initiated against comedian Kunal Kamra over his tweets criticizing the judiciary for 2 weeks. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Also, a very small appeal to all of our viewers. Independent media like us do need your support, and thus we have rolled out a membership drive on our YouTube channel HW News English. Please click on the join button. There are 2 levels of membership, and you can join us as a basic supporter or a super supporter, perks and benefits of which will be explained to you in the video that is following. So please do click on the join button and join us as a member. Thank you. Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying Rs 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying Rs 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.